All right, I think we are live. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Chicks sponsored session. My name is Alice. I am an educational programs manager at Crypto Chicks. Crypto Chicks is an education platform where we provide blockchain based education to all ages. Today, we will learn how to design and also issue your own NFT using tools, AI tools specifically, and OpenSea, which is a free NFT marketplace. Uh, this is a no code and a no fee version, perfect for any beginners who want to get started and also play around with NFTs. Today, our goal is to turn a completely blank canvas or blank sheet into a minted NFT that we can sell at an NFT workplace. Sorry, not a workplace, marketplace. Crypto Chicks and Ignition Hacks are also collaborating on a sponsorship challenge. I know you guys are busy coding for the hackathon, but if you want to take a little break from coding and work on a fun design where you and your team could win a prize in the end, definitely submit for the sponsorship challenge. We'll go into more details about that in the end. Now, for today, we're going to talk all about NFTs. So, what they are, how they work, why they're so important, use cases, some case studies as well. I'm going to show you how you can create your own design for your NFT from scratch using some AI tools and some resources where you can customize your inspired design generated by AI into your own customized art. And I'll do a demo with Playground AI. I'll show you how you can mint your design and turn it into an NFT. I'll do a demo of this on OpenSea, where you can sell your NFT within their NFT marketplace. And in the end, I'll go into more details of the sponsorship challenge and answer any questions that you guys have. If during the presentation you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. I think I can see any comments that come up. Hold on, let me just join the chat. Give me 1 second. It says I need to connect to YouTube to join the chat so I can see the comments. Okay. Here, let me post a comment. Hi, everyone. This is Alice from Crypto Chicks. Okay, I just posted a comment. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. Now for part one, we're gonna dive into NFTs. So what are NFTs specifically? An NFT stands for a non-fungible token. If something is non-fungible, it means that it's unique and it cannot be replaced. An NFT specifically is a unique digital identifier that cannot be replicated, where the ownership of that digital identifier is recorded on the blockchain. So all of these pictures that you see in the background are all NFTs that have been sold. A lot of NFTs come in the form of digital art. Everything in the background right here are digital art pieces. And because NFTs are all non fungible, it creates authenticity, that it's the original artwork. NFTs also allow for ownership to be verified. Two people can't claim that they own the same NFT. Once you buy an NFT, you own it forever. No one can take it from you until you yourself decides to sell it. NFTs also allow for easy transferability. So when an NFT is sold, ownership is transferred from the seller directly to the buyer. And you can think of NFTs as almost a hybrid of cryptocurrencies as well as auction sold art. Both cryptocurrencies and NFTs are digital assets that utilize blockchain technology. However, there are some differences between them that we will look more into next. And one of the biggest NFT use cases are collector's items or collectibles. That's very similar to art sold in auctions where people buy artwork for either investments or their own personal display or use. Except for NFTs, it's in digital form. The NFT is like the art, and the NFT marketplace is like where the auction is being held. Each of them represents unique assets that are owned by a specific person. And even though cryptocurrencies and NFTs are both digital assets on the blockchain, they do have some significant differences. Fungible tokens are like cryptocurrencies are all interchangeable. So if I have an equivalent of one Ethereum and my friend also has one ETH as well, there would be no difference if my friend and I were to exchange them. They're both worth the same. They can be easily exchanged for one another for fiat currencies. Their value is mostly determined by market conditions. So, for example, right now I can directly change one ETH for around 1,600 US dollars. And NFTs, on the other hand, are non interchangeable. You can't interchange them. Each NFT represents a unique asset that's owned by a specific person. So, unlike cryptocurrencies, they cannot be exchanged on a one to one basis with other NFTs. Each one represents a different item. So, this NFT right here is completely unique. Cryptocurrencies are also primarily used as digital currencies, or they call it stores of value. They're used to exchange for services, goods, other currencies, and can be also used as a form of investment. NFTs, on the other hand, are used to represent ownership of a specific digital item, like digital art, like what we've discussed, or music, or even virtual real estate, gaming items. Their value, the value of the NFT, is tied directly to the perceived value of the digital asset, which could be anything. NFTs, we don't know there's no exact price that's defined for all NFTs, unlike for, say, ETH, where each ETH right now, one ETH is worth around 1,600 US dollars. NFTs could range in prices. And the last characteristic is that cryptocurrencies can be subdivided, but NFTs can't really be divided. Uh, First, let's look at some examples with interchangeability. If we look here, this dollar bill, it's the exact same as this one in terms of its value. So if I buy a candy that costs exactly $1, I can use either of them because they're both the same. That's not really the case for NFTs. This NFT may not necessarily be the same as this NFT. Also, with subdivision, one US dollar can be subdivided into four quarters. Each quarter is 25 cents. And for example, one Ethereum can be subdivided into a billion gwei. A gwei is a unit of measurement for Ethereum. A gwei is 1 billionth of one ETH. But with NFTs and even for physical paintings like the Mona Lisa here, it's non fungible because it can't be generated in bulk or subdivided. The Mona Lisa here, you can't just make a few copies of it and call it the original Mona Lisa. The original Mona Lisa is in the Louvre in Paris. Unfortunately, you cannot copy and generate in bulk because it won't be authentic that way. But here's just an overview of what differences it looks like for regular currency and cryptocurrencies versus physical artwork as well as NFTs. So what can I use NFTs for? NFTs can be used in a variety of different applications. Digital content is one of the most popular cases. Making digital art in photography into NFTs really helps artists to claim ownership, where they don't really have to worry about people stealing their artwork or stealing their photos or making copies of it. NFTs are also used a lot in the gaming and in virtual worlds. NFTs can be used to represent unique avatars or digital properties. Like if you, in some games, you earn coins or gems, for example. In the decentralized finance world, in a DeFi, NFTs can actually be used as virtual real estate, which is pretty interesting. So each property can be represented by a unique NFT, and that makes the process of buying, of selling, transferring property ownership a lot more efficient and a lot more transparent because it's on the blockchain. Property related documents like agreements can also be safe kept on the blockchain within NFTs. NFTs can also allow for fractional ownership of real estate. So instead of people purchasing the entire property, this allows for individuals who may not be able to afford the entire property to be able to invest by purchasing only a fraction of the property, and each NFT can represent a fraction of that property. Uh, and in terms of investments, and also with collateral, NFT holders can also be locked in smart contracts to secure loans. And then it can automatically be used to, say, execute different loan terms, collateral release, or interest payments based on an agreement that can be represented with an NFT. So overall, it just automates and quickens the process a lot while making it transparent so that everyone can see what's going on. Domain names are another use case for like leasing, renting, or transferring domain names while representing ownership as well. And your digital art or items can be turned into collectibles, which can also be bought, sold, or traded in NFT marketplaces. There are certain people who actually pay hundreds of thousands of dollars on just single NFTs. Definitely a lot of opportunities to sell your artwork digitally if you want. And finally, another big application is that NFTs can be used in the music industries. So, NFTs can represent specific songs or limited edition releases, and fans that own these NFTs may also gain access to, say, unreleased tracks or perks when they own that NFT. They can also be used to automatically distribute royalties to artists whenever NFTs change hands to other markets, which ensures that the original creator or the artist receives that share of revenue. A lot of the time, issuing NFTs are kind of like issuing shares, which is a good analogy and use case for a lot of these applications. Now, a big question that you may wonder, and a lot of people do ask, is why can't I just screenshot an NFT if it's just digital? Well, in the art world, it's very similar to why people spend thousands and maybe even millions of dollars on original artworks. Copies and prints, which is like the screenshotted version of the NFT. Well, they may have the same paint strokes, the same textures, and they may visually look the same, but people like the idea of authenticity. There's really no meaning or not much value in a copy or a print. And having ownership of the art piece for some people is an investment as well. Many art pieces in the physical world generally increase as time goes on. So that's the main reason why screenshotting an NFT doesn't really equate the same as to owning one. Now that we know what NFTs are and their use cases, let's see how NFTs work. Um, NFTs make your digital assets one of a kind by creating a unique digital signature, which defines the ownership of your assets. And that can be actually bought and sold for real money. NFTs are all built on top of blockchain platforms. The most common one is Ethereum. Ethereum is a distributed public ledger that records all the transactions that are happening on it. So, blockchain, in case some of you guys aren't too familiar with the concept, it's a network that keeps track of information that needs to be secure. And rather than having all of the information within the blockchain concentrated or stored in like one single location, that same information is spread across like thousands and thousands of nodes across the world. And in a way, it makes it a lot more secure. A key feature of the blockchain is that it is decentralized, meaning that there's no single entity, no central authority, no dictator that controls, owns, or makes decisions on the network. And just as a review of basic features within the blockchain, the most important feature of the blockchain is that instead of having concentrated power, there's decentralized power. Information on the blockchain is immutable and tamper proof. Power is given back to the people or users who have full control and also full ownership of their own information, not controlled by a central authority. A lot of network designs for blockchain systems also operate based on consensus or common agreement. There's no single powerful person making all the decisions. And also, everything on the blockchain is transparent, while at the same time, privacy is maintained. Within the blockchain, there are smart contracts. Smart contracts are programs that execute an agreement on the blockchain. So, in our case with NFTs, the smart contract defines attributes and also specific properties of our NFT. The ERC 721 and 1155, those are popular token standards that define the rules and the functions, um, which overall govern the creation, the ownership, as well as the transfer of different NFTs. And these smart contracts, they dictate the terms of use for the NFT, like resale rules. They can also automate processes, like, for example, distributing royalties if your NFT is within the music industry. They also record basic information like the NFT name, description, image. There's a media URL, as well as any metadata that's included in the NFT, like the creator, creation date, edition number, the NFT's origin, data like that. Oh, and as well as the ownership history. Now, for step one, a creator has to mint, which means publishing the NFT onto the blockchain. So basically, when you mint the NFT, you deploy it on a smart contract to be put on the blockchain. This creates a blockchain-based digital certificate for your NFT if you're applying it to, say, a collectible. Each NFT is assigned with a unique identifier that distinguishes it from the other tokens on the blockchain, the other NFTs. That's what makes NFTs non fungible while ensuring that each one is distinct and also verifiable. You can verify the ownership of who owns it. And once the NFT is created, it can be bought, sold, and traded on different NFT marketplaces or platforms. And all of these transactions are recorded on the blockchain. Remember, we said that the blockchain is transparent and immutable. So everything that all of these transactions relating to the NFT, it's visible to everyone. And ownership can be changed by transferring the ownership rights from one blockchain address to another. So, for example, in this screenshot here are just a bunch of examples of NFTs on the NFT marketplace. You can see what the NFT looks like, as well as the cost and who currently owns it or is trying to sell it. And here, these are all examples of NFTs. Here, it seems like they're all digital artworks that were sold on marketplaces. And these NFTs can range from costing just a few cents to millions of dollars. And you may be wondering, if they're all materially digital, why do they range so much in cost? Uh, the reason is because uniqueness and also the scarcity of NFTs contribute a lot to their value. Different collectors are willing to pay significant amounts for NFTs, sometimes ranging from hundreds of thousands of dollars to even millions that they consider valuable. And that's often associated a lot with the creator's reputation. Like if the creator of the NFT is really popular, or have sold other NFTs for millions, and also how rare the item is and its cultural significance. So, for example, Bored Apes is probably one of the most popular and used to be one of the most expensive NFT collections built on the Ethereum. It did cost a lot. There was a lot of cultural significance, and the creator's reputation was pretty high, which is why these collections sold for so much money. Basically, they're just profile pictures of different cartoon apes, like what you see over here, that were auto generated by an algorithm, and a lot of different celebrities owned these. This had a huge celebrity following. People like Eminem, Jimmy Fallon, Mark Cuban, even Justin Bieber. I think Justin Bieber paid almost $1.3 million for a single Bored Ape NFT, which is quite a lot. But unfortunately, these NFTs plummeted in value after they lost their popularity. One of the most expensive NFTs from this collection was $2.3 million, but now it's only worth $52,000. So as you can see, NFTs can be very volatile. So you do have to be careful if you're, say, trading them. CryptoKitties is another example of NFTs. CryptoKitties is actually one of the first blockchain games, and they have these little cats, these cute cats here, which can be bred to generate more cats. They're collectible, they're tradable, and they have their own attributes, which are just properties associated with each cat. So that's for CryptoKitties. Now, what can I specifically do with NFTs? Well, you can trade them. So conventionally, you want to buy low and sell high. But since prices of NFTs are a bit hard to protect and some of them are pretty volatile, um, you do want to be careful. You can also rent and license NFTs for others to use in games and as collectibles. There's certain games where you can earn NFTs, and after you earn NFTs, you can either keep them for yourself or you can rent them to others or sell them. But for today, we're going to learn how we can create and sell our own NFTs. So, specifically, creating our NFT from scratch and listing it in marketplaces for people to buy. Now, before we sell our NFTs, we're first going to have to create them. We're going to have to learn how to design our own NFTs. And today we're going to look into some popular AI tools to help you with that design process. Some people make millions of dollars launching NFTs all from the comfort of their own home. But the hardest part about making an NFT is actually not the coding part. It's about creating an original artwork piece. Now, for our non artists, there are plenty of AI art tools that you can use to help generate ideas as inspiration for your own artwork. For our artists out there in the audience who like to create your own art, keep doing what you're doing. I always think that creating your own art is best, but AI art tools are great for inspiration. to put you in the right direction if you need it. And you may have heard of tools like Midjourney. I think this is the Midjourney logo, as well as the model created by OpenAI. There's also Leonardo AI, Jasper AI. These are all popular tools for creating AI artwork. But my personal favorite is Playground AI. Playground AI is not only a free text to image AI generator, but it's actually one of the first AI image editors where you can actually fine tune your images to how you want them to look, as opposed to completely redoing or regenerating entire pieces. If there's a piece that was generated that you like for the most part, but there's a small little change you want to make, rather than regenerating the whole thing, you can actually try to edit that piece and make it how you want it to look like. And that's pretty important because our AI models, as you can see here, are not perfect. AI sometimes has difficulty, especially with generating people. The faces may look disfigured, or there may be like too many fingers in one single hand. But with Playground AI, you can do things like apply different filters to get a specific theme of what you want your image to look like. You can also like remove specific features if there's too many fingers in a hand, do regeneration in a specific area. There's a lot of different opportunities. So we're actually going to do a demo of Playground AI. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Oh, I saw someone in the chat said, will you be sharing the presentation? Yes, I will. In case you guys didn't catch the demo of either OpenSea or Playground AI, I do have instructions in the slides, so I will share the slides with you guys at the end of this presentation. But for now, let me send you the link for Playground AI. You can follow along if you'd like. Playground AI is free. You just need to create an account. So I just sent the link in the chat. Hopefully you guys can see that. And let's see. For today, I'm gonna create a lighthouse, like have a summery, breezy kind of feel, just because I'm trying to celebrate summer while it's still here. I know fall is coming, which is kind of sad because I do like summer a lot. But anyways, I'm gonna take inspiration from this link here. If you guys click on that, Playground AI also has a community, so you can post your creations for everyone to see. You can also view creations from other people. I especially like this one about the lighthouse. I just think it's so pretty. So I will be taking inspiration from that and using similar prompts. So let me also, let me see if I can share this link as well. Okay, this is the link that I will be demoing on right now. Let me see. Lighthouse live demo. Let me put the link in the chat so you guys can follow along if you want. Okay, let me share this. Okay. Okay. All right here. So after you've signed up for Playground AI, this is what the screen looks like. So over here, this purple box is the generation frame. I hope you guys can see this fine. So in the generation frame, that's where you put your text input with what you want your image to look like. So if you guys click the second link that I sent in the chat, I want my image to look a lot like that lighthouse that the artist created. So I took some of the prompts that they used just to show you an example. So they used prompts like stone house, lighthouse, calm water, ship, day and blue sky with clouds. You can also For your prompt, I suggest that you mention as many like physical characteristics that will be in your art. Like, for example, I want my art to have a lighthouse as well as some water in it. So I'm going to have to specify that I want a lighthouse and water as well as a blue sky with clouds in my art. So definitely include those in the beginning of your prompt. Order matters here. You can also specify the medium in which you want your art to look like. So here I want it to look like watercolor painting. So I'm also going to specify that. You can specify specific styles also from artists. Like say, for example, if you want it Van Gogh styled, just write Van Gogh in there. Some other text prompts that I'm using: perfect composition, detailed, intricate, 8K artistic photography, photorealistic, cinematic, perfect lighting, for example. That's all in my text generation here. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay, I think that's the biggest I can go. Okay, now on your left here, you can also use an image to use as inspiration for the AI model. Right now, I'm not going to use the image feature. I'm just going to use text, but you can if you want. If you want to generate a very similar image to the one that you've inputted, feel free to use this. There's also filters. You can see different styles or different themes where you can use to generate your own art. So here are all the themes that we have here. Let's just try maybe lush illumination. Let's see how that looks. There's also negative prompts. So here it says exclude from image. Oh, sorry. It says in the chat, I can't see the link. Is it just me or have the links not come? Okay, let me try to resend them. Okay. So here, the first link is playgroundai.com. The second link is the post that I'm drawing inspiration from. And the third is the live demo. Okay, let me know if you can see that or if you can't. Let me see. If you guys still can't see it, I'll just send you all of these links at the end of the presentation so you can refer to it later. But as of now, I'll just share what I'm doing on my screen. Nope, still can't. Huh, that's strange. Because I am posting it in the comments section of this live streaming, so everyone who's in YouTube comments should be able to see it. But for some reason, it's not happening. So, okay, how about this? You guys can see my screen, right? Okay. I did post the links in this screen. Oh, you cannot see my screen share. Okay. Okay, let's see. You guys can't see any of my screen. How about before? Okay, can you see it now? Oh, wow. For this whole time, I thought I was sharing my screen. Okay, now you can see. Okay. Okay. So sorry, guys. I did not know that you guys could not see my screen before. Let me send the presentation link in the chat so you guys know what I'm referring to in case the screen sharing function doesn't work again. Give me 1 second. I just disabled screen sharing. Let me just send this in the chat. Okay, I sent a new link in the chat. It's a Canva link. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. Let me open this one. Okay, we're just gonna redo the demo because I did not realize that you guys could not see anything from my end. Um, Hopefully, the beginning part when I was explaining NFTs made sense, even though you guys couldn't see my screen. If you do want to refer back to the slides, though, they are. I did post them in the chat. Oh, you can't see the Canva link that you just sent. Okay. Let me see if I can join the StreamYard from another place. If I join as a user, maybe I can just post it there for some reason. When I am the host, it doesn't work. Okay. Uh, okay. We could see the slides, just not the demo. Oh, got you, got you. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, very helpful. Okay, you guys can't see the Canva link. How about I try again in the end? Oh, thank you, Ignition Hacks. The host just posted the Canva link in the chat, so hopefully you guys can see that. For some reason, it seems like only the host can see the links. Okay, yeah, thank you, Vincent. I just saw the chats that you sent. Okay. Great. Okay, that's the Canva link if you guys were curious. Now let me share the actual demo for the Playground AI. Okay. Now here is the, here, let me send this to the organizer. Hi, Vincent, can you share this link to everyone? Yeah, for some reason, you guys can't see the links I sent, but the host is able to send the links. So, okay, I just shared this link to the host. So let me screen share this on my end. Okay, so for this specific post, Playground AI is also a community platform. So, as I mentioned briefly before, you can view other people's posts and AI generated work, and other people can view yours as well. I really like this one. This piece was created by this artist right here. But will be taking inspiration. Oh, sorry, I went back to the home screen. I will be taking inspiration from this art piece and using some of its prompts to generate something very similar to this lighthouse, just as a summer theme. Okay. Let me stop sharing this part and let me go to the actual demo. Okay, let me send this to the host. And you share this link to everyone. Okay. Okay, now let me share this part. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, Vincent said just added. Okay, thank you, Vincent. You have to sign up. Oh, for Canva? Yes. I think if you don't have a Canva account, you do need to sign up before you can view it. I don't know. Same with Playground AI, or actually some of you guys have joined, so maybe you can view it without signing up. But if you do need to sign up, and if you can do it now, if not, you can just follow along with the tutorial and then try it on your own later. So over here, I do want to create, this is something that I just generated. I do want to create a lighthouse like what we saw in the example image. So here's one that I just created, but let's create another one. Here in this purple box, this purple blue box, that's our generation frame. That's where our AI image is going to be generated. And over here is our text prompt. So we're going to include specific words that will help the AI model help generate our art piece. And over here, I'm just going to list specific characteristics that I want to be part of the generated image. So I want there to be a lighthouse. So I'm going to include a lighthouse. I want there to be water. So I'm going to include water here. I'll include also a stone house. And I want it to be during the day. And I want it to be within a blue sky with clouds. So also include those details here. When you are creating your generated image, definitely include as many physical prompts as you can that detail your image of what is actually in your image. You can also specify the medium of your image. So I want it to be a watercolor painting. So just specify watercolor painting. Order here matters. So the features that you prioritize most, put it first. You can specify the artist style. That's very helpful for the prompt generator and the AI model. I'm also going to specify that I want it to be Ultra HD, within pen and ink, vivid colors, perfect composition, photorealistic concept art, 8K photography, cinematic light. Those are features that I want to emphasize. From here on our left side, image to image, this is where you can put an image that you want your AI model to draw inspiration from. So if you want your image to be very similar to another image, just put that other image in here. And you can also apply a filter. So filters create different styles and different themes to your image. So here I'm going to use Lush Elimination. We'll try to see what that looks. And from here, we also have exclude from image. These are called negative prompts. Negative prompts are what you don't want to include in your image. So I don't want anything that's blurry. I don't want there to be a watermark. I don't want there to be text. I also don't want anything deformed or anything distorted. Okay. And over here are some other features like how big you want your image to be, a seed value. If you're not satisfied with your image, you can do another seed value to generate a different variety of that image, but have it have the same theme, consistent theme, number of images, so on. So right now I think I'm satisfied with all the prompts that I have here. So let's just click generate. Sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to generate into a piece. The more images that you're trying to generate, as well as the more prompts that you have here, the longer it may take. And I do suggest to have as many prompts as you can to make it as specific, make your AI model more informed of what you want to create. And I don't really recommend to have too many negative prompts because sometimes that can confuse the model. So here we have this. It looks like there is a stone house or blue skies. The lighthouse you can't really see, and there's a boat here. So I can actually make some edits to this image if I don't like some things that are part of it. So say I don't want, let's see, what do I not want from this image? Say I don't want this person here. I don't know what's going on in right here. That's probably a person, but say I don't want that. I can include this. This is an eraser function. And let me make it a little smaller. Just press and cover it. And then where does it say? It should say erase now. Let me see where it went. Okay, here. Click erase. And normally it does a pretty good job of trying to erase whatever was here. So as you can see, the person or whatever was there is not there anymore. So for any features within the image that you don't like, you can use the erase function. In addition to that, you can do continued generation. So if you want this image to be bigger, you want more details on this side, you can do the continued generation. So just make your generation frame overlap with your original image, like so. I don't want the extended image to be too big, so let's just make it like that size, and let's outpaint it. Okay, that's interesting. They added a lighthouse here, and I don't know what this blue thing is, so let me just erase that. Um, okay, let's just erase it. Erase this part as well. Maybe this part, and click erase. Okay, you can still see some of the blue, so let me try erasing it again and see how that looks. Okay. There we go. Okay, this is okay. Um, let's just use this as an example. You guys, when you create your own images on this platform, you can make as many additions or features as you want. If you want more water, you can water on the right side of the image. You can do a continued or extended generation. If there's some things that you don't like within the image, you can always erase, like so. But for now, I think this image is okay. So let's just download it. Okay. Just click download. Okay. Let me move this to my desktop. Okay. Now that's for that part. Once you have an image that you're satisfied with, let me go back to sharing the presentation. Okay. We were right here. Okay. After you are satisfied with the image that you have, let's move on to, okay, hopefully you guys can see my screen. If not, I am on the optimizing page within the Canva link. It is after it's page 25. Can you guys see my screen or not visible? Okay, anyways, a good thing to do with your image afterwards. Oh, okay, now it's showing up. After you have your generated image, you might find that the quality may be a little bit blurry or not as great as you want it to be. There's a bunch of different platforms online where you can optimize your image for better quality. So, for example, AI Narrow enables you to upscale your image a lot. Like as you can see right here, it was kind of blurry before, but now with the after, it's a lot more clear, more vivid. And AI Nero is also free. You get 5 free credits per day, which is really nice. So just for time's sake, we're not going to go through AI Nero, but the link is in the Canva deck if you're interested in checking it out. Okay. And after you have your optimized image, after you have your AI generated image, it's a good idea to customize it to make your own. There's a few great platforms to do this. The easiest is Canva. Canva is a very user-friendly platform. There's a lot of elements, different fonts, colors, templates that you can play around with. And there is a free version as well. It's great for beginners, so that's for Canva. Adobe Illustrator, that's probably one of the most advanced tools out there. You have the most flexibility in how you want to customize your image, and you have control over everything to the smallest detail. Adobe Illustrator does have a steep learning curve, though, but if you are looking to do graphic design a lot, it's definitely worth learning. And
I'm here to help. So
finally,
if there are things,
sorry about the audio. Procreate is good if you like the paper and pen feel. If you have an iPad or another tablet as well as a pencil, you can make edits to your image and do things like adjust the brush stroke, add layers to create more texturing and specific styling as well. So those are a few platforms that you can use to customize your image. There's some miscellaneous resources here if you are trying to find colors that you would like to include. Coolers has the most popular colors and color palettes that people use together. Poolers, on the other hand, shows the least popular color combinations and color palettes. Fonts with Type.io, you can access different fonts. You can find different icons as well if you need them. Illustrations on Draw has a lot of good examples. High quality images for inspiration. Unsplash has a lot of free images for that. So those are some miscellaneous resources as well. Okay, Brian says, do these AI generated platforms create videos as well? Playground does not create videos, but I do think there are some AI platforms out there that do create videos or animated images. Playground specifically does not, but there are some out there that do. I don't know if they're free though. They may cost some money, but they definitely do exist out there. Okay. Now, step 3. Now that we have learned about NFTs, we have created our design, let's now mint our NFT design, transforming our design into a minted NFT. So OpenSea is a great platform. OpenSea is the largest NFT and crypto collectibles marketplace. OpenSea, you can easily mint your NFTs. You can purchase, sell, and trade other NFTs, and you can actually complete free minting. Minting is just the creation process of turning your design into an NFT. But you can complete gasless or free minting. That's called lazy minting. Basically, for lazy minting, you can list your item or your digital asset, your NFT, for sale without it being written on the blockchain yet. It's instant and it's completely free. So in that case, the buyer of your NFT pays for both the mint and the sale. Okay, now before we start, you guys will need your design. So maybe if you don't have all of these materials, you don't need to follow along with what I'm doing. Just take a look to see how the process is, and later on, you can try it on your own. Okay, you will need your design, a crypto wallet. So, for example, like a MetaMask, Coinbase wallet, those are very popular. And you need to choose a blockchain as well. Ethereum is the most popular blockchain. There's also like Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism. You can choose any of those. Okay. The rest of these slides just show a step by step, but I'm going to do the demo live. So this is on opensea.io, OPENSEA.io. Let me reshare my screen. Okay. Okay, and let me reshare. Oh, here, present. I lost the button for a second. Okay. So this is what the OpenSea platform looks like. I'm already logged in with my wallet, but when you guys first sign in, they'll ask you to connect your wallet to the platform so you can sign in. I'm already connected, so we're just going to continue on after we sign in. The first thing that you're going to do is to create a collection. So after you've logged in, go to your profile icon and go to My Collections. So putting NFTs in a collection is a really like neat way to organize them. NFTs that are in collections generally do a lot better and sell more NFTs that are not in collections. If you have a variation of NFTs that have like different styles or different colors, designs, it's really good practice to put them in collections. So what you want to do is once you're in My Collections, create a collection. I'm just going to use the OpenSea contract because it's a lot simpler. It's a more straightforward approach. But if you guys are familiar with coding and blockchain, you can create your own contract. So now that we are in the process of creating a collection, let's put some details. So for our collection, I'm going to put the let's see, let's just call it, since we have the lighthouse and the water, let's just call it lighthouse. Description, you can add a description, it's not mandatory. Your URL, you can customize it. So let's just call it Lighthouse of the Sea. And we can also right here select our category and our tag so that it's more searchable and people can discover it easily. So for here, we're just going to put it in the art category. For our blockchain, I just put Ethereum. You can use any blockchain that you want. These tokens like ETH can be used to buy and sell your items. There's also other ones. Like for example, USDC, that's a stable coin where the value is pegged to the US dollar. Okay, so and other things, display theme, that's just how it looks. Explicit and sensitive content, we don't have that, so let's just disable it. And then we can go into the graphics part. You do need a logo image, and then there's also like featured image, banner image. Those are not required, but you do need a logo image. So let's just put the lighthouse that we generated from Playground AI as our logo image. And from here, we can also see the creator earnings. So every time someone sells your NFT, you can put a value to make sure that you earn a percentage of how much it was sold. You can add your address here. So I'll just add my address, my Ethereum address. You can put percentage of earnings. So say I want to earn 10% of the earnings every time it's sold. Okay. And then here it's links. So if you have like a website or if you have a Medium article or your Telegram, you want to connect your socials so people know who you are or want to see more details about your NFT, you can do so as well. We're just going to skip that for now because it's not required. Okay, so here we're just going to click Save Collection on the bottom. And now we have our new collection named Lighthouse. Okay, now let's actually go and mint our NFT. So here, where they have these three dots over here, you can click Add Item where the plus sign is. And here you can create a new item. So let's use the lighthouse, the summer lighthouse picture that we generated on Playground. And we can enter a name. So let's just call this Lighthouse. lighthouse on summer day, for example. Okay, and then you can also add a description. You can add properties. Remember before we mentioned that the smart contract contains different properties for your NFT. Um, your property, your levels, your stats, they're all additional metadata for your NFT. Properties are textual properties that you can use to describe what the actual NFT looks like. So elements of the object, or if you have a character there, if you do have a character there, you can include like the eyes. If they're wearing a hat, include the hat or a specific background. So those are the properties. Levels are numerical traits that are used to describe the strength of a given NFT. So if you have a character, um, it can influence like the usage or the rarity. For example, for speed here, you can also add some levels like strength and health. It would make sense for players in a like say a battle game, a game where it requires like fighting, to filter NFTs based on their like speed, strength, and health. Those are levels. And the stats here are very similar to levels. They're also numerical, but instead of showing a progress bar, they're displayed as raw numbers. For example, you can display the addition of the NFT, like addition 1 out of 3, for example. Those are not required as of right now, so we're not going to add anything. Here's the number of items that can be minted. There's no extra gas cost, which is good. So I'm just going to choose one, put this on Ethereum, and then we can click create. Okay, I need to go through this little task first. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, great. Now here we have created Lighthouse on summer day. You can share this, copy the link. If you guys submit to the challenge of the Crypto Chicks and Ignition Hacks challenge, you do need to submit a link for your NFT. So make sure to copy down your link and keep that stored somewhere. And then finally, now that we have our NFT, we can list it for sale. So now that we have Lighthouse on a summer day, let's try to list it for sale. Click on that button. You can either have it as a fixed price or a timed auction. Let's just put it on a fixed price. Set the amount. So let's set it to like 0.003 ETH. So that's around $4.93, less than $5. Put a duration, and we can see our total potential earnings right now, which is around $4.32 in USD. And then after we have all of our details, we can just complete our listing. And they're asking me to, I connected with Coinbase, so they are asking me to confirm this from my phone. So let me do that. Okay, let me sign it. There we go. Okay, and your item has been listed. Great. So that now anyone can view the lighthouse on a summer day, and if they want to purchase it, they can purchase it for 0.003 ETH. They do need to pay additional costs within the for the gas fees for Ethereum, but because we did the lazy minting, but for us, it's free on our ends. And yeah, that's an easy way in which you can create NFTs on OpenSea. For any artists out there who like creating digital art and you want to try out NFTs, OpenSea is no code, very accessible, very easy. It's free. Definitely recommend using OpenSea. All right. Let me go back to the presentation. Let me send the link to OpenSea in the chat. Okay. Give me one moment. Link as well. Let me send the OpenSea link in the chat so you guys have access to that. Okay. Oh, we're over an hour now, so let's just finish up with this presentation so you guys can go back to hacking. We're just going to quickly go over our sponsorship challenge details if any of you guys are interested in participating. Okay. Let me wait for it to open. There we go. Okay. Now, for our sponsor challenge, this is designing and issuing your own NFT. All you need to do is create your design, your digital image, and then you can use Canva, you can use Procreate, you can use Adobe Illustrator, you can use Playground AI, you can use anything. Just generate a digital image with your team, and then you will mint it as an NFT on OpenSea. So when you submit for this challenge, be sure to submit a link for your minted NFTs so that we can view it. And then afterwards, just complete a brief write up or video, like a 3-minute long video that explains your design. So, why did you do the specific design that you did? Why did you include specific features? What's the significance of it? As well as the minting process, how you actually minted it. Here's our evaluation criteria as well. Originality, relevance, technical implementation, which is just successful minting of the NFT, presentation. And we are judging a lot based on the UI, UX. So be sure to include the best design that you can. The prize is interview with Crypto Chicks for a 3-month unpaid internship. We do have 2 spots opened for these positions, and some other information. Teams will consist up to 4 members, and just ensure that all the minted NFT adheres to all the guidelines. And I will also I think you guys have access to this Canva link. So if you want to refer back to any of the materials here, any of the resources, feel free to do so. We also have our guidelines over here. I believe if you do want to participate in this very easy challenge, just submit it on DevPost. It won't take too much time. For our presentation, it took over an hour, which is because I did run into some technical difficulties with the screen sharing and the posting links. And we did talk a lot about what NFTs are, but if you guys were to do this by yourselves, the minting process took less than like 15 minutes. Since you guys know how to do it now, it'll probably take you guys 10 minutes. Just the designing process may take a little longer, but it is fun and it can be used as a break from all the coding that you've been doing for this weekend. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation, learned something new. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. If you have any questions right now, feel free to ask in the chat. If not, I hope everyone has a great rest of their hackathon. Good luck with your projects. And yeah, let us know if you have any questions. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Brian. Yep, thanks for joining.